Every 10 minutes we get you a look of the weather, and we have a lot to cover today. Negative 13 degrees outside right now, we've been saying, but it feels so much colder. And don't take it from me, Sean, you can attest to that a little bit more just coming from inside. Are you thawing out yet?
Yeah, first I want to draw attention to this. It was looking pretty dicey moments ago. Okay, now it's looking a bit better. But we do have some visibility reductions right now from Storm Tracker, which is driving along 14 in Casson, driving east. Again, you can kind of see some of those snow, kind of almost dust clouds where the visibility gets quite reduced in some spots. The wind's gusting out of the northwest. So because he's probably on the right-hand side of this highway driving east, maybe some of those heavier visibility reductions are just on the other side of this highway on the north side. He's on the south side. But still, we are seeing some visibility reductions, and we're expecting these to get worse. Now, to answer your question, Alex, yes, it is crazy, crazy cold right now. I did not enjoy being outside more than a couple of minutes. At that point, it really starts to just chill your bones. But this all comes as a giant winter storm is taking hold across the country. Of course, we've been hearing about it all week long. Now it's ongoing in the East Coast, but on the backside, that's where the winds are coming out of the northwest right here. It's these northwest winds which really bring in all the cold air from Canada. That's why there's an Arctic blast going all the way down to the Gulf of Mexico. That's this huge system. But as this storm, as this winter storm bombs out, you may have heard it called a bomb cyclone. That's called bombogenesis. Essentially, that means it's taking upon characteristics of a hurricane briefly for about 12 to 24 hours, and that's going to make the pressure way, way, way lower, and the winds, of course, are going to get way, way, way stronger as we work through that. And it's only starting to undergo that now, well to our east. So still, the winds really have not peaked yet. Over the next 6 hours, we are expecting them to get much stronger. Still, blizzard warning is out for parts of the north half of Iowa, south half of Minnesota, all the way through the Dakotas, and even into parts of Wisconsin and Michigan. It's a huge area. Yes, I'll admit, we're not really seeing widespread blizzard conditions right now in our neck of the woods. We are seeing some of that closer to our just west of us, just west of 35. You get towards Fairmont, you get towards Mankato. There's a lot of areas where the visibility is much lower, and they closed I-90 west of Albert Lea. Things have been getting dicey. Our neck of the woods has fared better than others, I will say, but still we are not towards the peak yet. That's going to come around lunchtime to 6 p.m. later today. Look at the wind gusts right now. Most of them gusting probably around 30 miles per hour, a little bit stronger in North Iowa, maybe towards 35 miles per hour. My thought process is once we get these wind gusts really consistently all above 35 miles per hour, we could start to talk about that wind really kicking up that snow, and then we're talking about blizzard conditions. And it looks like the winds will do just that. And they're also going to drive, of course, that wind chill down. Just going back to that, current feels like temps are around anywhere from 35 below zero, 30 below zero to 41 below zero in Rochester. It is crazy cold. Wind chill warnings are out for our area, I will say. It's not for Rochester or Austin or Preston or Floyd County. Reason being, those areas, those counties are warned by the National Weather Service in La Crosse, who has opted to include that in the blizzard warning. So they chose to do that, so that's why they did that. But it is crazy cold everywhere equally nonetheless. Please protect yourself. We're talking about frostbite, 5 to 10 minutes. No one wants that. Here's a look. I'm going to go back and then watch what happens when I click forward with these wind gusts. Because right now, like I said, they're pretty consistently like 30, 35 miles per hour. They get much stronger, but then the next 6 hours, up to 45 to 50 miles per hour. That will kick up the snow even through 6 p.m. this afternoon. It's still really gusty, 45 miles per hour everywhere. About 10, 15, up to 20 miles per hour stronger than we are right now with those wind gusts. That's what we're expecting to kick up this snow. And that's why we're expecting blizzard conditions still coming our way. I know we said it looked like this morning was going to be the worst time. 2 days ago, it looked like the winds were going to peak about now. Looks like they're going to peak now, probably in about maybe 6-ish hours through the afternoon before things are gradually getting better over the course of Saturday. Gradually improving, winds letting down, still crazy cold. And it's still brutally cold for Christmas morning. But I will say we are tracking a little bit of some Christmas night snowflakes coming our way. So here's Sunday morning. Santa has, by this point, probably already arrived and dropped off some presents. And then here comes the snow to drop off a little bit of snow late Christmas night, probably 5, 6, 7 p.m. We're probably not expecting a whole lot of accumulation with that, maybe an inch or 3. We'll continue to track that chance. But after this, a very welcome Christmas present coming our way. above average temperatures, nearly 40 degrees at times. A week from now, here's Thursday, 38 degrees with the high on the 7-day forecast. I don't know what that feels like. That's, wow.
I know. And speaking of Santa, I'm sure tomorrow when he's making his ventures across the world, he'll really need to put on those layers. And his reindeer will also need lots of layers.
They're from the North Pole. They're used to it.
Well, yeah, but it's still pretty frigid. You never know with
It's still
Mr.
pretty
Claus.
cold. Yeah, you never know. You never know.
All right, thanks, Sean.